Fellas, at some point, you guys have to be a lone wolf for an extended period of time. Now, disclaimer, this is by no means telling you to be an antisocial, just not come out the house hermit. I'm not saying that whatsoever. We're still humans. We need social interactions, okay? There's a balance to everything. There's a fine balance to everything, okay? But at some point, you are going to have to cut out almost completely your vices. Okay, we all know what vices are. The whole going out to clubbing and hanging out with all your friends and shit every weekend and all that good stuff. You're going to have to cut that out and really grind, really crunch down. You feel what I'm saying? This is extremely crucial. Unfortunately, most men don't do this. And I wish I knew this when I was younger, my damn self, okay? I'm gonna get right into it. This is Tarik Talks. I am Tarik. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate y'all. You feel me? And if you guys appreciate me, hit that super thanks donate button that's in the icons. You dig what I'm saying? I would appreciate that from y'all, okay? So anyway, with that being said, guys, you have to learn to be a lone wolf. You have to be one deep for a certain amount of time, right? We all want to be social. We all like hanging out, okay? But unfortunately, you are going to be hanging out with people that don't have your best interest. And it's not always in a malicious way. I don't mean for you to get paranoid. This is not for you to be like, oh man, everybody's out for me. They don't have my best interest. No, this could actually be inadvertent, right? It could be a friend who genuinely likes you, who genuinely loves hanging out with you, okay? But his idea of fun is getting pizza, getting a whole pizza, and drinking and chasing after tail, right? But you have bigger, better plans. Even though he still loves you, you feel me, or whatever the fuck the case is, he does not have your best interest, whether it's advertently or inadvertently. Sometimes some guys do this on purpose because they don't like seeing other people excel and they want to keep them down on their level, okay? In any case, you have to cut them people off. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. Them is your partners, your homeboys, you feel me, your ninjas, all that good stuff. But you have to cut them off. You have to let them go for a certain amount of time, for you know what I'm saying, for however long it takes. And even when you do reconnect, you still have to limit extremely, right? That is if you don't want to be doing the shit that most average guys do. You feel what I'm saying? Let me give y'all an example to illustrate what I'm talking about. Let's say you got your average Joe, right? And this average Joe is the everyday guy I be seeing on my social media feed, right? Every single post I see, you'll be seeing him with a group of guys. You feel me? And his guy, they all with their girlfriends and shit, or they just a guys not fellas night out, right? They all have the shots on the table. They all got the drinks. You feel me? I be seeing this repeatedly. And the guy himself is nowhere near where he wants to be in life. He's always complaining about work on his posts, right? He's talking about work this, work that. You feel me? He's always talking about troubles he's having. But yet, in a whole bunch of posts, you see him posted with all his partners, with all his homeboys, and all that good shit. Okay? He did. And then this is the other worst thing. Usually, he's got like some kind of girlfriend, right? And he rushed into that because he's so lonely, so desperate. The problem with that is, the problem is not the female. The problem is he hasn't even worked on himself. He did not spend any time being a lone wolf, being by himself, concentrating on what he need to do, right? So he rushes into this relationship, so to speak. And really, let's just be quite frank. The chick that's with him probably got with him because she sees that he's easily controlled, right? She knows that he probably can't have any options because he's out of shape and unattractive. Let's just keep it funky, 1,000%, right? Because not saying that's how he was born, but he let himself get that way. He let himself go. And he's so thirsty for some kind of validation in a relationship. So she sees that and she takes full advantage, okay? This guy has no business being in a relationship right now. A lot of y'all don't have a business being in a relationship. Unfortunately, he's going to get taken advantage of because he's desperate and thirsty, because he can't be a lone wolf. He hasn't mastered himself. He did nothing to improve himself, yet he always wants to hang out with a shit ton of friends from Wednesday to Saturday, going to bars. Okay, I be seeing it on my news feed all the time. Shots, you feel me? They're taking little stories of them all taking shots and stuff in the group, which is fine and dandy. That's awesome. Okay, if you don't do it on like a regular basis, but like I said, you have to learn to be a lone wolf. You have to take time from hanging out with your folks. You have to take time hanging out with your peoples, because they are doing shit that everyone else is doing. And everyone else is doing is, what are they doing? They go to work, right? They go to a job they fucking hate. Then on the weekends, they binge drink. They drink almost damn near a whole bottle. And then they wake up the next morning, you feel me? It might be the next day, they repeat process. Then Monday comes around, they go to a job that they fucking hate. Okay? You don't want to, that's not life. That ain't life, right? But the thing is that you have to take time off from hanging. I know it's gonna hurt because you want to hang out and be social, but you got to take that time off for months, hell, even years. And if your friends don't understand, so be it. It does not matter. They're not paying your fucking bills for you. So therefore, it really shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? If they can't understand, and if they are your real friend, they will understand. If you sit down and tell them, hey, look, I'm not where I need to be in life right now, and going out and spending my money on shit that I don't need to, drinking when I don't need to be, smoking when I don't need to be, that's not helping me out. If they don't understand that, then they're really, how much of a friend are they? Okay? You guys need to give that up. A lot of guys can't even give up not hanging out with their friends, right? They can't even give that up. And like I said, most of them get in relationships. There is nothing that, especially if you are young, there is nothing this chick is going to do that is going to add to your life. I'm sorry, you can get mad. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck it, I don't give a shit. There's nothing. As a matter of fact, fellas, if you can't be a lone wolf in your younger years, in order to build yourself to be the best that you can be and get the best of the best from everything in your later 20s or your 30s, however long it takes, you have to give that shit up in the beginning. You have to give up that short term, right? Because everything you're gonna do with your friends is short-term pleasure. Only when that short-term pleasure ends, it's gonna be a long-term suffer, okay? Here's how it's gonna happen. You're gonna compound short-term pleasures. You're gonna compound short-term experiences, going out, drinking to an oblivion, doing drugs. All these short terms are going to compound in your 20s. Then when you get up in age, you are going to suffer long term. That is a cold, hard fucking fact. No female is going to help you when you are younger. You have no business. If you are nowhere where you need to be, you have no business being in a relationship. This is going to sound super harsh, and I don't mean this in a malicious way, but getting into a relationship, a female is only going to take from you. She's not going to add shit. There is nothing that you can do that a chick is going to excel. Okay? There's no, now if you have your own, let's say you start your own shit when you're further down the line in your late teens and late 30s and shit like that, then maybe get a young lady who's good quality. Then she can assist you, okay? Then she can assist you with your business and stuff. But when you're younger, there is no reason for you to be in a fucking relationship, cuddled up, booed up, okay? Booed up like because you're scared to be alone, okay? That's a female trait. Not wanting to be alone is a female trait. You dig what I'm saying? Females are the super social ones. That's why they can't go out without, but you're not a female, you a man, okay? And that your time alone is really going to give you a lot of focus and clarity. Now, this time alone should not be spent, you feel me? Just because you alone don't mean to just wild out by yourself and drink yourself. Nah, you're going to have to be sober, right? You're going to have a clear head on your shoulders. You're going to have to have some kind of vision, okay? This time is going to be used for you to really keep a clear mind. The whole point of you being alone is to keep a clear mind, because the more friends you have, that's more clutter you got to worry about. Okay, this is, if I could give you the main crux of this video, and the reason as to why you shouldn't be hanging out with your friends and shit. I know it's gonna sound harsh, but it's because you don't have clutter. The more people in your circle, the more clutter that you gotta get hurdled, right? The more clutter you gotta fucking shovel and dig through. Okay? Because your friends, they're gonna wanna be dragging you in every single direction. Hey, come out, hang out with us at this bar. Hey, come out, hang with us at this party. Hey, come out to this pool party right here, right? They're all gonna be distracting you. So if you cut them off, and you don't have to be mean about it. You have to be a fucking asshole. Just say you can't participate in it, right? You got stuff to do, okay? The more you cut out that clutter in your life with your friends and stuff, and I don't mean to refer to them as clutter. That sounds kind of harsh, but you guys know what I'm saying. The more you could, but it is what it is, right? The more you cut them off and focus on what you need to do, the more you're gonna get there in time, right? But most guys go throughout their whole teens just hanging out, kicking it for no reason, just kicking it for nothing, right? Just kicking it, drinking, shooting the shit, the breeze, and it's these short-term pleasures are gonna hurt you in the long run. Okay? So that clutter, you need to get that shit out of your life. You're not going to be able to focus. You are not going to be, because let me tell y'all something. One weekend of you going out or many times, because I know a lot of guys that, like I said, they go out from Wednesday to fucking Saturday, right? That time and that week that you spent going out, spending $100 on drinks, spending $100 on valet parking or whatever the fucking food, junk food, eating shit, that is going to set you back weeks, right? It's like one step forward, two step back. We all know this. This is a perfect example for this scenario. Every time you go out and you engage in nonsensical activity that's not benefiting you for the long run, you're going to lose out on a lot of shit. You're going to lose out on your health. You're going to lose out on your finances. Okay, your health is gonna, if you're trying to build a body, trust and believe that night of that weekend of drinking or multiple nights of drinking is going to knock you back weeks. It's going to knock you back weeks. Okay, it's a one step forward, two steps back. If you take that time off to yourself and you have to tough it out, bro. Like I said, it's not fucking easy being by yourself, being one deep. Is not easy, right? But if you crunch down, if you just sit down, focus, and do what you need to do, whether it be body goals, finance, whatever goal you have, in a couple of months, you'll be light years ahead of your old self, right? Let's take your old self, the one that went out every single weekend, or from Wednesday or from Thursday to Saturday or whatever the fuck. You are going to be light years ahead of him, because your old self, that undisciplined self, had no kind of restraint on his vices, no kind of restraint on his financial spending, right? But the you that's a lone wolf, that's by yourself, you do, because you're focused. You don't have any distractions. You don't have anything that's knocking you back. Okay? You don't have, and like I said, you have to be disciplined. This does include not your vices. You have to take that time off. Let me tell y'all something, man. Me and the homie was talking about this the other day. Spending alcohol just by itself, that's going to knock you back hundreds of dollars. Okay? That's going to knock you back hundreds of dollars, and it's going to knock you back physically as well. Weeks and weeks. Okay? So you have to give up those short-term vices, and it's going to take a lot of time. But when you do get older in your late 20s and whatnot, you're going to bear the fruits of your labor. Since you were disciplined, life is going to reward you. But if you were an undisciplined slob, life is going to fucking punish you. Life itself will frown down upon you if you were an undisciplined slob, right? You can get mad at other people for frowning on you for being undisciplined, but when life and nature itself frown upon you, you can't escape that. And fellas, if you got to this point in the video, let me know what you thought about this video. You dig what I'm saying? Type 1 in that motherfucker. Let me know you got through this whole video, because I feel like this video is extremely crucial, right? Anyway, with that being said, you guys be blessed, be safe, peace.